My name is Maria. I'm a biology major. I was born in Paraguay and I actually moved to Northern Virginia when I was like 6, and I've lived there my whole life. I started at Nova, did my first 2 years, got my associates, and I actually wasn't told about VCU when I was in high school. But one of my roommates, when I traveled abroad with Nova, she was like, you would love VCU. So I came to visit one long weekend, and I absolutely fell in love, like just walking around. I really liked the diversity and the inclusion and just how that like all ties into everything, like classes and like study materials, and not just like the student body of the campus. It's more of like your studies and almost everything that's VCU. So I actually didn't know about the transfer center until just last semester, so it was kind of rocky at first, but all my friends are actually transfer students, and that just kind of happened. Out of all my classes, I just became friends with other transfer students, and we were both just like, oh, you're a transfer, me too. And it's kind of just like we all kind of get together and we kind of do things that, like, I guess other people found out about like their freshman year or like when they're living in the dorms. So that's kind of been my experience. So I studied abroad last semester. I went to London, so I studied in London for 3 months, and I took 2 bio classes and an Arabic course, which was really difficult, and a teaching course. And the difficulty of the studies wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot harder being abroad, but it actually was kind of like equally, I don't know, the same difficulty as I've seen here, but it was stressful and like logistically, just trying to figure out how to get there, and like I guess I didn't really have a program backing me. I did have the global studies like office here, but when I was abroad it was really, really difficult, but I had an amazing time just like traveling around Europe and kind of exploring by myself. Awesome. I appreciate how big VCU is. I love how I like don't know everyone, so there's always a chance to like get involved in something new, meet new people, kind of explore tons of cool little things that like you normally wouldn't get in like a smaller school, smaller setting. Necessarily, I am involved in a couple clubs here and there, but a lot of my involvement is like over the summer, and I do a lot of research over the summer and things like that. So through Nova, I went to Mexico and I studied linguistics, and I found out about the National Science Foundation's research for undergrads, and I guess last year I was like, you know what, I'm just going to apply to a bunch of them. I applied to 4, and I got into the one that I actually thought I was not going to get into because I thought I didn't qualify, because we are an R1 research school. And I got to spend 2 months in Costa Rica in the jungle, just like studying frogs. It was phenomenal. But I definitely just sort of found it out. And then the biology department helped me a lot with figuring out how I could count it as a course here at VCU. So I'm hoping to go to med school. I'm trying to take a year off because I know how rigorous and stressful medical school can be, and I've already had kind of a really stressful like undergrad, so definitely want to take a year off. I've gotten suggestions. I definitely still have to go to career services and see what more options could be for my year off, but I've gotten suggestions from the biology department to do like Peace Corps maybe, things like that. I would say just like go and ask questions. I think I didn't realize how many resources we had when I came here, and then I watched a few of the videos actually on this page, and I saw that like there's just so many websites that you can go to just plug in your information and like they'll get back to you. Also like presentations given during classes with like career services, so I would say just like ask someone, and they will take you to so many places that you could go and ask for advice and kind of like just get somewhere else.